Hello everyone. Today I want to start this video with a question. How much time how much time do you spend on social media every day? Me, I spend more time on social media than I should, than I'd like to. I'd like to spend less time on social media. But today, social media is very, very important. That's why I want to talk about the pros and cons of social media. Welcome back to English on Autopilot. I hope all of you are doing great. I hope everyone's having a great day. And also, I hope everyone has seen the first episode of this series of videos about the pros and cons. If you haven't seen the first video, I've made a video about the pros and the cons of living abroad. You can find the link below in the description to watch the first video in the series. But today, we are talking about social media. Let's start with the pros. The first pro of social media is that you can stay connected with your friends, with your family, with work. A lot of people now work on social media. It's true. It's true. But of course, it's great to stay connected. I use social media to connect with my family. I have a brother that lives in South Korea. My family lives in the United States. It's very difficult to stay connected. But thanks to social media, especially Instagram, WhatsApp, we're constantly in contact. So being connected is great. Same goes with friends. I have friends that live across Europe, friends that live in the United States, friends that live around the world. And we are able to talk whenever we want. We don't have to write a letter and mail it. No, no, no. We just grab our phone and we connect. Staying connected is a great, great aspect of social media. And I'm sure all of you appreciate it as well. The second pro is that social media allows you to share your life, your ideas, your work. Right now, I'm using social media to teach English. I'm using it to share the ideas, the knowledge I have of comprehensible input, of being a teacher, and being an English speaker, of course. All of you have the same opportunity to share your ideas, whether it be about politics, or about science, or about music, or about film. It doesn't matter because there's an audience for everything on the internet, right? On social media. There's always a group of people that will want to listen to your ideas. Absolutely. On top of that, you can learn. Right now, you are learning English with me. You're learning English with me. I use the internet to learn as well, to learn about different things about YouTube. Now I'm learning how to edit videos, how to create things for YouTube. I use social media a lot of the time. Social media helps me find the answer. Or I use YouTube to learn French, to continue learning Spanish. Social media can be a great place to learn as well. You also can have your business on social media, whether it's selling a product like clothes, or whether it's the connections you make for events in real life. People have a lot of their business online now and use social media to sell their product or to promote it, right? Kind of like advertisements, where you see famous influencers make a video about a certain product because it's an advertisement. Social media can move a lot of money and can help businesses grow. Another pro about social media is that you find a community of people. Maybe it's hard for you to fit in. Maybe you're from a very small place and there's not a lot of people that think the way you do, and you don't have as many friends as you'd like. Social media is a way to grow your community, to grow your circle of friends, and to have more people for support, to talk with, to go to for advice. If you don't know what to do, maybe social media and people on there can help. Now, social media has a lot of positive aspects, a lot of positive aspects. When it's used correctly, it can be a great tool for you to connect professionally, personally. There's a lot of benefits. You can learn from it. But because social media is so powerful, that also means it can be very destructive. Now, let's start talking about the cons of social media. The first one is very obvious. It's very obvious because a lot of people suffer from this, and that's that social media can be very addicting, right? You want to use it all the time, all day. For example, if I'm bored, if I'm grocery shopping, I'm at the store and I have all the food in my cart and I'm waiting to pay for my groceries, to pay for my food. And I'm kind of bored, I'm in line, I'm waiting. There's 2 or 3 people in front of me. I grab my phone and I scroll through Instagram or well, whatever, right? Whatever social media it may be. I use it in those moments where I feel maybe a little bored or a little anxious. It can be very addicting. So that is one of the big negatives. With the addiction also comes negative mental health. Social media forces us, it makes us compare ourselves with other people. And what people post online is always the best, always great. Look at my life. Everything is going great. Because why are you going to post bad things on your social media? Oh, today my shoes were untied and I tripped and I hurt my elbow. Later that day, I missed the bus, and because of that, I was late for work and I wasn't able to go to lunch, so I was hungry. No one's going to post that day on social media. They're going to post the day in the park, having a picnic with all their friends and everyone's happy, or their trip to Greece. They're not going to show you the sunburn they got on the beach while they were in Greece. No, they're going to show you the food. They're going to show you the beautiful, beautiful houses, the beautiful beaches, the beautiful boat they were on. And you compare. You think, my life is not that cool. My life is boring. My life, what am I doing? That comparison, when you compare yourself with everyone else, can be very detrimental, can hurt your mental health. Sometimes I need to remind myself, hey, people have bad days too. They just don't post it on social media. So the comparison is a very dangerous thing with social media. Related to that is the misinformation that goes around on social media. People post on social media, and it does not have to be true. No, it can be a lie. Of course, there's moderation. There's people that try to make sure that misinformation isn't spread on social media, but it's impossible. It's impossible to stop. Misinformation spreads much faster than real information. More people are going to see something that isn't true in the same amount of time compared to something that is true. Misinformation is seen every single day on social media, every day. And it's very difficult if you don't know that it's there. For example, kids, and they think anything they see on social media has to be true, right? Just because it's on a TikTok does not mean it's true. And people can look very professional. They can dress up, they can look like a doctor, they can look like a lawyer, or they can look like any type of job and tell you this is truth, this is a fact. Whether it is or it isn't, it's still up to us to make sure that we research, that we look things up, that we're still curious. Because if not, it's very easy to fall into the trap, right? For them to trick you, for them to make you think something that isn't true. Misinformation is another con, absolutely. Because you go to social media looking for information and end up learning something that isn't true. Another big problem is privacy concerns about our data, about our information, about our private lives. With social media, people post our private lives every day, right? People see the inside of your life, where normally before social media, they would see only a part, only the part in public. And when you're at home, no one saw that. Now it's different. Right now, you are seeing my home, where in the past, you wouldn't see my home. So it is a big change. Also, with our data, we post a lot on social media, a lot of information about us. And now anyone can see it. The last thing is another very big problem, the cyberbullying online, right? Cyberbullying is a big problem with social media, especially for younger kids. I know today Instagram and other social media platforms are trying to protect kids, are trying to protect teenagers by making certain accounts or having certain restrictions on the accounts, which I think is a great idea. It's excellent. It's needed. We need to have protections on the accounts of teenagers. It's necessary because online it's still dangerous. Just because you don't see the person in real life doesn't mean the danger's not there. And people can comment very mean things. They can send messages that are very, very mean. There's things with cyberbullying where kids can't escape. It's all day. It's on their phone. It's on their computer. All day, they have to deal with it. And it can be very dangerous. And it has hurt many people. So there's many pros and cons with social media. But there's no escaping social media. Social media has become so important today that there is no question of should we use social media, should we not? It's almost impossible to not use social media today, whether it's at work, at home, to connect with family, whatever it may be. The best thing is to figure out how to use social media safely, right? There is a good way to use social media where you learn, where you grow, and stay in contact with people that you love. There's also negatives. course. But we have to think, how can I use this positively? What are your ideas? Write it in the comments below. Tell me, how do you use social media? Do you use it to learn English on YouTube, for example? Do you use Instagram? Do you use X? What was Twitter? What do you use? How do you use it? And what do you think? Can social media be a good thing, or is it really just a bad thing? Put that also in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and if you can, donate to the channel. Everything helps, and we are going to continue growing and making better videos. Bye, everyone.